Have you ever been on a date so bad that your own mother had to show up and intervene? I was led to believe I was meeting a 32-year-old, gorgeous woman that made me melt just looking at her photo. Well, that didn't happen. Instead, the lady in red turned out to be a woman pushing 60 who was about to try and gaslight my own mother. But let me rewind to how this all started. We matched online and her pictures were stunning. She looked 28 max. We texted constantly for 2 months. We'd stay up until 2 a.m. having these deep, flirty conversations, talking about everything we wanted in a relationship. Looking back, I feel that I should have questioned the filters, but I truly believed she was camera shy, and that explained why she didn't want to FaceTime. But let's face it, I was absolutely smitten. Who questions the small details when the connection feels this good? We finally set up a date at a cocktail bar. I got there a little early. About 5 minutes after I got there, my phone buzzed. "I'm here, look for the red dress." I looked toward the entrance, expecting the 32-year-old from the photos. Instead, the lady in red who walked right up to my table looked like she could qualify for a senior discount. I was too polite to just walk out, so I sat there making excruciatingly awkward small talk. The craziest part. She was flirting exactly the same way she did in her texts, completely ignoring the fact that she looked 3 decades older than her profile. I discreetly took a photo of her and sent it to my mate Damon. He immediately sent back a wall of laughing emojis. I texted, "I need a favor, can you go and show my mum this picture?" Damon replied, "I'm walking out the door." 10 minutes later, I got another message from Damon. "We are on our way to you now. Your mum looks like she's out for blood." Not even 5 minutes passed, and suddenly Damon walked in, followed closely by my mum. She calmly walked over, sat right beside me, and started saying how Damon had told her all about my date. And get this, Sue actually tried gaslighting my mum. She looked at her and said, "Oh, I remember you, you were friends with my mum." Now my mum has this hilarious, savage sense of humor. She looked her dead in the eye and said, "Seriously, Sue, cut the bullshit. You're the same age as me. We definitely were not friends. You just sat behind me as often as you could to copy my work." Sue looked at my mum, speechless. Then she turned to me and said, "Ben, are you going to let this woman talk to me this way?" Damon was watching from the bar, laughing so hard he could barely breathe. He walked over and said, "Look, love, let's cut the crap. You look older than my nan." Sue stood up, speaking loud enough for the whole place to hear. "I am 32, I am just tired." My mum stepped right up to her. "Sue, you're making yourself look unhinged. You are 57. Sue shouted back, "I am 32, and I no longer care if you believe me." "Ben, I thought you were nicer than this. How dare you let her speak to me like that?" She then stormed off, right out the door. The whole bar couldn't believe what they just witnessed. And get this, it didn't end there. 10 minutes later, my phone vibrated. It was an absolute essay from Sue. I'm talking a full novel. She started by claiming my mother was always jealous of her back in school. That literally made my mum burst out laughing. She was crying. There was laughing so hard it took a while to understand what she was saying. She was trying to say, "Wow, jealous of her." Yeah, of course I was so jealous of the one that sat behind me. I only noticed her when she dropped her pen. I had picked it up and caught her leaning over to get a good look at my answers. Nothing screams jealousy like, "Wow, I'm so jealous of the person I barely noticed." She then said she was like a creepy spider sat there on its web, easy to ignore until you catch it copying your work. We could hear a few people laughing. The way she has to stop every 5 seconds where she laughed, and the pure level of sarcasm was hilarious. Then she hit me with the classic, "Age is just a number, but all the guys on the app say I easily look 32. You really missed out on a vibrant woman with youthful energy." She finished by telling me to lose her number because she doesn't date boys who bring their mummies on dates. I just blocked her and bought my mum and Damon a round of drinks. Her story changed so many times it was unreal, like literally. I guess she used those filters so many times she actually forgot her true story. Has anyone else ever been catfished this badly? Let me know your absolute worst online dating stories in the comments below. Bonus points if your family had to get involved. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more disaster dates.